Alright guys, I just made some crazy realizations today, and because of that, I sincerely hope that you watch all of the video, leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, because we are getting into some crazy territory, and at least we're only going to suffer for another 3.5 months at most, but let's hope it's a lot shorter than that. So the mystery continues with a new April 2019 Bandai Kids image, and Mystery Pokemon A is getting more and more press as we go into 2019, into Generation 8, and all of the fun stuff right there. Now, Mystery Pokemon A, this was from a week ago. So we had this on the website talking about Meltan. Also, it was confirmed that, we have LANA'S Eevee right here, as well as Meltan, but then there was still the new Pokemon. So that's where things are kind of getting wild, The official title of this installment of kids figures is Pokemon Kids Sun and Moon New Discovery Meltan Edition. Now, that name is actually pretty symbolic, because when you think about Pokemon Go, we have research discoveries. Meltan was a new discovery, so that kind of relates a lot to Meltan, and then Pokemon A is notable, because from the lineup, we can tell it's not Meltan or LANA'S Eevee. So yeah, we can see LANA'S Eevee and Meltan, they're getting all that, but there's still a mystery, there's still a new Pokemon behind that, but the weird thing is, it's April. And April falls in a pretty wacky place until you start to think about it. Also, when it came to this merchandise, this turned out to be LANA'S Eevee, which was weird that they kind of had it as a mystery because LANA'S Eevee was right there. But at the same time, this was being discussed. The mystery Pokemon A was also being discussed, but no one was covering it. It was wild. So right now, we're just kind of in this weird time crunch. But then I was thinking, guys, remember, Pokemon 2019, the Generation 8 games, they were announced to be the second half of 2019. Now, they got delayed. They got pushed back to the last quarter, holiday season for, fall holiday season 2019. So imagine this. Pokemon games, they take years to develop. The anime, that takes a while. All these merchandise things, these are done months and months and years in advance as they, plan out their merchandise and their product lines and their rollouts and stuff. So the anime could still be on track for the second half of 2019, the earlier end of the spectrum for a potential new Pokemon game. And because of that, I think that means we have a realistic shot at getting an anime tie-in, which happens all the time as well. Getting a future generation Pokemon to cameo in the anime to tease something about that is actually something that seems pretty likely. So what I'm guessing is there's a couple of opportunities here, a couple of possibilities, but what's weird is it's only one Pokemon. Now, if we get Mystery Pokemon B, Mystery Pokemon C, maybe that could be the starters. But I don't feel like the starter Pokemon are going to appear in the previous generation. But when it comes to April, April's a really weird place as well, because by April, we have an understanding of what's going on when it comes to those Pokemon. So let's look right here. We have Magearna and we have Meltan. So Meltan's already our mythical Pokemon. So Mystery Pokemon A being another mythical Pokemon doesn't really make a lot of sense. Magearna was the first 7th generation Pokemon revealed. Meltan's already run its course and is already a confirmed piece of merchandise, and there's also a mystery or a special 15th figure, so that could be Melmetal. Melmetal exists. There's no mystery about Melmetal as well, so that's not going to be Mystery Pokemon A, because that evolutionary line's taking care of all the existing Pokemon. This is supposed to be something new. So our mythical Pokemon's out of the way when it comes to potential breakdowns right there. What about a new Eevee? It's weird how we've pretty much progressed a year and the discussion is going to be the same. Are we just in some kind of hung up fallacy to where we're just thinking there's a shot at getting a new Eeveelution every generation and it's never going to happen ever again in Sylveon's last Eeveelution? Or is it always the possibility? Because LANA'S Eevee, if we're talking about an anime promotion for a new Pokemon that's linking into Generation 8 for a standalone, LANA'S Eevee could be the Eevee evolving instead of the Eevee from the new Pokemon movie. Because back when I saw the trailer, I'm like, yo, flying Eevee. If Eevee gets hurt and it can't walk, and there is a new Eeveelution on the horizon, because remember, we didn't know about Meltan. We didn't know that this was going to be a mythical Pokemon. We just thought it was going to be some kind of tie-in with Let's Go. And at this point, the rumors about Pokemon Let's Go being tied in with Eevee, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, those were starting to come together. So if you're doing all this promotion with Eevee and you don't end the special Pokemon New Eeveelution, that's just weird. Especially when there were some other signs and hints going on that could be a possibility. New Eevee appears in the new Pokemon movie. That's our special Pokemon. That's the Pokemon instead of Meltan. Everyone's happy in Pokemon Let's Go, transitioning to Generation 8. But Generation 8 didn't happen. We don't even know if Meltan is Generation 8 or not. So now that we're talking about Generation 8 Pokemon, Eeveelution's on the table again. So what about LANA'S Eevee? That Lana has now an Eevee, a Pokemon with unlimited evolution potential. So LANA'S Eevee being the one that evolves into the new Eeveelution, happening around April, it kind of fits in because that's when we're dealing with all of these other, all these things again. It's like, this is standalone. This is weird. This should be a mythical. There's not enough room for starters. April is too early for your average Pokemon as well, because when you think about the Pick-a-Peck reveal or just non-starter, non-special Pokemon, those don't happen until later on the reveal cycle. So what this shows is either the reveal cycle is going to be super early, that, you know, we actually get some kind of New Year's reveal. The Pokemon Direct happens in January. The starter Pokemon revealed, and then by April, we're already dealing with the regional Pokedex of 28 of the Generation 8 game 2019. That could be pretty nuts as well. What about the starter Pokemon? So yeah, starters, they're all over the place. When it came to Pokemon X and Y, they were revealed early January with the Pokemon X and Y reveal, and then we didn't get new Pokemon until May. But then when it came to the other generations, Generation 5, that was a May reveal. Generation 7, that was a May reveal. So Korokoro versus Trailer, roughly around the same time, early-ish mid-May, around May 10th or something. So because of that, it's like, alright, so now we can see that, you know, starter Pokemon, they get their own reveal. It's more symbolic to the generation sometimes, or sometimes it happens after the reveal of the game. So really, it's a toss-up when it comes to starter Pokemon, but it makes me think that Mystery Pokemon A doesn't have anything to do with starters. Either stars will be revealed by that point, or there's going to be some kind of filler in between. But what about Zoroark? This is also, again, just throws like a massive wrench into everything. So Zoroark was first revealed by Junichi Masuda as a silhouette on February 7th, 2010 edition of Pokemon Sunday. Full image was later revealed in the March 2010 issue of Korokoro. So we got the teaser. Like, this is like another chance for a standalone Pokemon. Is Mystery Pokemon A actually going to be like Zoroark? That's just a random cool Pokemon. Because like when you show that, my kid's senses blew up. I was like, that looks cool. That looks like a baller Pokemon. I can't wait to see where Generation 5 goes. And then we actually get to see Zero and Zoroark. That was fan service. That was just absolute fan bait right there because those Pokemon looked amazing. Now, unfortunately, the rest of Generation 5 decks didn't really come through, and that's a discussion and rant for another day or another video. But what if they do that again? It's been many years. It's been multiple generations. Are they actually just going to be so confident in the Generation 8 Pokedex that one of the mystery Pokemon is just going to cameo in the anime? That's just going to be like, what up? I'm this awesome, cool new Pokemon. How's it going, dudes? That could be something. But at the same time, Meltan was a massive disappointment for me. I don't like its design. It's actually instantly my least favorite Pokemon of all time. I don't like Meltan and Melmetal. They kind of tie for it. So, you know, that reveal, that thing where it was like, you're going to meet a mystery new Pokemon. This was like, ooh, what could this be? This has hype around it. This could be something like really cool and really neat. Except it turned out to not really be that exciting, at least for me. Like, that could have been the new Eeveelution. That could have been a different mythical. That could have been a really crazy introduction to what we expect for Generation 8. But it looks like this mystery Pokemon could be the way, and it seems like it's going to tie in with the anime. Anime tie-ins, not unfamiliar. That's how we were able to, you know, we looked at the merchandise, we look at the anime, and that's how Dusk Lycanroc opened up all the possibilities for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, new forms for non-legendaries, brand new Pokemon entirely being introduced. It broke the mold. Meltan also further broke the mold. So because of that, I feel like there's so much potential. There's so many things that could happen right here, and that's why I wanted you guys to watch the video. I wanted you to see everything that we're dealing with, because we're dealing with a lot. We're dealing with some weirdness. Also, support Poke Collective. They're not, you know, now that hopefully I have your attention now. Support Poke Collective. They're the new Poke Shopper. They're not gating their free, like, they're not paywalling their information. It's free, and they've been doing this for years, so they're on par with what we saw from Poke Shopper, if not better on the information. So because of that, now we have new things to break down. Now we get to see it. So what do you think? Is it an Eeveelution? Did we get the Pokemon movie fake out, not Eeveelution, Generation 7, Pokemon Let's Go? Or is this it? Is LANA'S Eevee going to be the one that shows us the new Eeveelution for Generation 8? Because that discussion starts again, because we thought it was going to be Generation 8. We thought there was going to be some kind of tease, but now Meltan, it's in this ambiguous state as to where it exists in the line of Pokemon. The thing is, we have the movie reveal, so that's still going to be in a couple days. We don't know if the movie teaser is just going to be the movie, or if the movie is actually going to tie in with Generation 8 really strongly, and then kind of lead straight into a Pokemon Direct, and then boom, we're talking about that already. The Project Eevee Twitter, that's shut down. You know, since the beginning of the year, the account was delivered the center of product information about Eevee. Please enjoy. Continue to expand the field of our activities in the future. Project Eevee with Junichi Masuda, they were trolling super hard when it came to the tease/announcement of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But now that this is done, Is it just going to rebrand as like, yeah, now we're just kind of like official Eevee? And then there's not going to be anything exciting. Is this closing down actually points against a potential new Eeveelution because they blew it? They squandered the opportunity, or maybe they that's what they wanted everyone thinking, because it was very plausible. It was not unrealistic to think, hey, you know what's going to happen? New Eeveelution for Pokemon Let's Go. All these new signs are there, and then it just doesn't happen. But then they do it for Generation 8. Kind of like how Sylveon just came out of nowhere and caught everyone off guard. You know, you look at it, there's tons of typings. It depends on what Game Freak wants to do. Is Game Freak's in-game to have a typing for every evolution, or did they say, Sylveon's a new typing, we jumped the shark, it's over, GG, these are all the evolutions, we think they fairly represent all the types, we think they fairly represent diverse strategy, and that's all that you're getting, or are we going to get the Dragon Eevee? But that's also why I don't like this merchandise. If this is an Eevee, that means it's LANA'S Eevee. But does that still open up the potential of having another new Eevee? Because what if, like, LANA'S Eevee becomes that flying Eevee, but then there's still a Ghost or Dragon Eevee potential? You know, I feel like you can't just do one more Eevee. You can't just only go, like, Dragon, or you can't only do another Sylveon-like Eevee. You have to at least introduce 2 or more to satisfy the Eevee hunger out there. We want to see those cool typings. I want to know what that Ghost Eevee is going to look like. Some people think there's some really cool ideas for a Poison Eevee. Maybe just LANA'S Eevee evolves into a normal Eevee. Could be. I already talked about that discussion as well. Like, having a normal Eeveelution means that the best Eevee's unstable genetics that adapt to its environment, Eevee as a normal Eeveelution makes a lot of sense, because the best thing is neutrality in that state. You just need to be a stronger Eevee, and then you need to have well-rounded defenses, well-rounded offenses, no strengths, no weaknesses, just balance. So that would be the only one I'm okay with. If we only got a normal Eeveelution, that'd be okay, but if we get some kind of random typing, I think they need to kind of counterbalance that, like we saw with Leafeon, Glaceon, Espeon, Umbreon, stuff like that. So there we go, guys. That is my discussion about new Eeveelution shenanigans. Hope y'all enjoy the video. Hope y'all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.